What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video, and today we are doing a realistic rebuild, and to do that, we're going to jump straight into where we are in real life. As you can tell by the title, this is the Atlanta Falcons rebuild. In real life, they have just fired Dan Quinn, team with a ton of talent that underperforms year in and year out. They can't hold a lead. Dan Quinn was, I don't know, a mixed bag at the best and the worst. I mean, like, I don't think he's a bad head coach, but I think he got into some really bad habits and some bad tendencies that led to this team being unsuccessful over the past years. It's tough to deal with injuries. This was a Super Bowl team not too long ago, and of course, the Falcons should have won that Super Bowl. You got to put it a lot on Dan Quinn that team completely collapsed. It was terrible. Obviously, I'm not going to rub the 28-3 in. I have no dog in that fight as a Giants fan. I do not care one way or the other. But the Falcons have been a very, very good team and a very, very bad team. In a realistic way, we're going to try and rebuild this team to their glory days of being a competitor at the top of the NFC South. Let's jump right into it. So, of course, 0-4 in real life, and I will load in my draft class. We haven't used this draft class for a while now, but of course, if you guys want to use it, you can go to download from Madden Share. It'll pop up. It should be the top download, I imagine. Anytime now. Yeah, 2021 NFL Draft Bengal. 176,000 downloads. I will be editing that pretty soon as we've gone through a few weeks of the college football season now. Of course, I already have it downloaded, so I'm not going to download it again. I'm just going to import the file that I've already downloaded. So, going to go ahead and put that in. And I don't know, it's an interesting team. I think some guys have thought about the potential of taking a quarterback. I really don't see that as a viable option. They have so many years left of Matt Ryan. You'd have to assume, 3 or 4 at least. We might have to replace him at some point during this rebuild based on Madden regression system, but in real life, I don't think so much. I think that this is a team that needs to focus on the secondary, so we'll be scouting some of these guys. Of course, per usual with this game, like, some colleges just don't load in, like Javon Holland's Oregon, but of course, it's not going to pop up, which is just frustrating. I'll have the CPU auto scout the rest, but I think we're going to focus mainly on the defense side of the ball. Let's go over the team. This is a world where injuries can't hurt us, so, you hope not. But this is the team that we're working with. Really good receiving core. Like, it might be the best duo in the league, honestly. And it's tough to say because there are a lot of good ones. But Calvin Ridley is so good and so underrated. He's phenomenal. And, of course, Julio Jones might be the best receiver in the league. Offensive line, not great. A couple first-round picks on here recently. Chris Lindstrom, Caleb McGarry. James Carpenter, needs to be upgraded at left guard. I'm not sure how long Alex Mack is going to stay in the league. People make fun of it that I call him Javon Mack every time I have to bring it up. It's his actual name, so I'm going to keep doing it. Hayden Hurst in there, Luke Stocker. Not a great tight end combo, but Hurst is okay. And, of course, Todd Gurley, Ito Smith with Matt Ryan, Matt Schaub at quarterback. Defensively, this is where things get a little bit worse. DeMonte Casey, probably not the best free safety option. Keanu Neal's an impending free agent. Got Ricardo Allen out there. A lot of these guys have expiring contracts, and I don't think we're going to be able to bring them all back. I do like Foyesade Olukun, but I don't really know that he's much more than a great special teams player. Hopefully we develop him and he can be something great. And then, what is this, Michael Walker? Yeah. He's an interesting player. It's going to be interesting to see how he develops in real life. I think we do have something to mold here, so I'm not going to give up on him just yet. Leroy Reynolds in there. On the defensive line, they did not pick up the 5th-year option on Takk McKinley. He'll be headed to free agency. And then I love Marlon Davidson to Auburn. I want to bring him inside because if we're playing a 4-3, why would I have Marlon Davidson on the edge? I know he actually did line up on the edge pretty consistently for Auburn, but that's because they had Derek Brown on the inside. So I think Marlon Davidson is an incredible player who showcased unbelievable athleticism and ability to play on the outside despite being an interior guy. So now that we play him on the inside, boundless potential. Dante Fowler Jr. was a new pickup, and then a cornerback. Again, I'm going to use this term, kind of a mixed bag. Kendall Sheffield in there. Probably going to play A.J. Terrell over him. First-round pick this past year. Darqueze Dennard's in here. Isaiah Oliver. It's an interesting cornerback group. A lot of these guys just haven't really developed, but that's what we're going to hopefully change over the course of this. Special teams, we got Najoku, and was it Spencer Hoffrichter? Sterling. Shows what I know. All right, let's go ahead and simulate to the midseason mark. Not really going to trade anybody. It's a realistic rebuild. This is not baseball. This is not basketball. You're not really going to see guys go at the trade deadline. So, yeah, so this team won out after the 0-4 start. 4-4, somehow still a chance to win the division. But Alex Mack is a free agent. If you guys are new here, by the way, would appreciate you hitting that subscribe button for more of these. We just hit 210,000 subscribers. Pretty amazing milestone. You guys have been so awesome. So, obviously, your continued support is greatly appreciated. Now we have to make some tough decisions about, who to let go and who to bring back. There's some really bad players in here. I'll be honest with you. I was not even aware that Charles Harris was on the Falcons at this point in his career. I don't know why I'm being so wordy. I'm adding in words that don't need to be here. This is his first year in Atlanta. He was a first-round pick a few years ago by the Dolphins that, I hate to be rude, just had no business going in the first round, and he got picked inside the top 25. So, towards the back end of the first, but still in that middle range. Bad player. Najoku, 68 kick accuracy feels a little low. We'll probably look to go kicker in free agency. I think KZ can walk. Tack McKinley, we're going to let walk because I think that's what's going to happen in real life. To be fair, though, this is Coach Bengal, GM Bengal hopping in, and I'm taking over for the team. And Tack McKinley's probably someone I would want to lock up long-term, just based on Madden, not so much real life, but based on Madden. He's 24 years old. This is not an incredible cap hit for what I think can be an above-average player. I almost have to extend him, right? I mean, this just isn't a lot of money. We're going to offer him that. Needs better salary. I'll consider it. I really will. Keanu Neal. I like Keanu Neal in real life. I think he struggled with injuries quite a bit, but he's definitely a solid player. I think he's someone that we need to re-sign as well, and he's not particularly expensive, but this is also not a team with an incredible amount of cap room. Keanu Neal returns. Todd Gurley's a tough one. He struggled with injuries as well in real life. First year on the Falcons. He's been okay so far. I know he had a couple touchdowns, but touchdowns is not really, how good a running back is. A lot of those are situational. So, how many forced missed tackles do you have? How good are you after contact? How elusive are you? Those type of things. And he's decent. Todd Gurley's great. He was so good at Georgia. I want to keep him in state. I can't really give him a 5-year deal. Only a star development, but I think we can do something with that. 31. We'll probably go up to the 90s in overall. This really isn't a terrible contract for a running back, but he wants more money overall. And then Alex Mack. I expect that he'll probably end up retiring. He's a little expensive, but if we can afford him, we need him back. But we can't afford him. I don't know. Weird kind of salary cap situation. We might want to work around that a little bit and see what players we can cut or move at the end of the year to afford bringing in better players and retaining the good players that we have. I know Julio is incredibly expensive, as is Matt Ryan. Can't exactly get rid of those guys. Matt Ryan has a massive cap hit for the next few years. That's a huge problem. That is a huge problem. Grady Jarrett's very expensive. Jake Matthews is moving up to $20 million per year in 2021. That's so much money to just get rid of. We're going to take such a massive penalty if I have to get rid of him. Alex Mack is almost someone we have to consider cutting. Deion Jones. Ricardo Allen's going to be gone. These contracts are crazy. So many of these guys are going to go. James Carpenter probably should be cut right now. We're going to have to wear the cap penalty. Maybe that's something we do in the offseason. This team is not in a great financial situation in Madden right now. Although this team would not end up making the playoffs, going 5-11. What? I was so shocked to see that record. So, of course, real life lost the first 4, and then won the next 4, and then lost every game except against the Raiders. What a roller coaster of a season to go 5-11. Very interesting. But yeah, not a playoff team, which I guess is not a huge shock based on the first 4 games. Bucks went 12-4 as Matt Ryan has the most passing yards in the league, although the defense, not so great. 32nd. Very good offense. Defense was show me the worst in football. Ooh, pretty much. I mean, 32nd yards allowed, and then 31st for points allowed. Not good. Not good. Matt Ryan threw 16 picks, but overall was quite good. Todd Gurley, not a ton of touches, but average 4 per carry. It's not an amazing season, but he was okay. Receiving, Julio was a monster. Calvin Ridley was arguably even better. I think anyone would take this year. Like, Julio averaged more per catch, but Calvin Ridley had almost the same amount of yards on a ton more catches, more touchdowns. Hayden Hurst was quite good. Russell Gage, we need a better third receiver. Russell Gage had a lot of targets. Defensively, Deion Jones had a very, very good year. 8 tackles for loss to go with 113 in total. Also 2 sacks. Checking out the rest of the defensive line, 12 tackles for loss for Dante Fowler Jr., double digits for Grady Jarrett, 8 sacks for Jarrett, 7 for Fowler, 6 for Takk McKinley. Interceptions, 2 for Ricardo Allen, led the way. This defense was really bad. We'll be making a playbook change and some personnel changes as Josh Allen wins MVP. Matt Ryan at number 6. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Aaron Rodgers. Matt Ryan at 5. Defensive Player of the Year is Levante David. A lot of Bears in there. However, no Falcons. Not a shock. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to the 3-13 Vikings, Justin Jefferson. No Falcons. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jeff Okudah. A.J. Terrell at number 6. It was really the defense that held this team back quite a bit. Other than that, I mean, nothing too bad, but we have some really tough decisions to make going into this offseason because a lot of guys are going to be super expensive in the next couple of years. Who do we bring back? Who do we re-sign? Who do we cut even? I mean, we have some really, really tough decisions because as much as Jake Matthews is one of the best, if not the best offensive lineman on this team, with Alex Mack maybe retiring, Jake Matthews is not worth $20 million per year. He just isn't. But we cannot afford to get rid of him at all. So we're in a really tough spot there. James Carpenter has to go, and we're going to cut him now. We'll take the penalty just to free up the cap space. He's terrible. Right guard. I mean, obviously, we're not going to do anything there. Those are our rookie contracts, rookie first-round contracts. I don't love the Dante Fowler Jr. contract, but there's nothing we can do about it. I'm just going to have to go through and cut a lot of these guys because they just don't make sense to have. Like, Alan Bailey's got to go. I think we're fine at right end. Like, Takk McKinley's contract could end up being so great for us, depending on what we do there. Tyler Davison is someone I would very much consider trading. Marlon Davidson probably has only star development, but that's pretty good. He's star. We want to start him. So maybe I'll throw Tyler Davison on the trade block when I can. Left outside linebacker, we're fine there. Those guys are going to be cheap. Deion Jones not going anywhere. Cornerback, A.J. Terrell is a rookie first-round deal. Can't really do much at safety for right now. Or free safety. And then strong safety, we just extended Keanu O'Neal. Ricardo Allen is someone I'm also going to throw on the trade block at some point. We could cut him, but I'd like to ideally get something in return for him. So we have to make some tough decisions. We really do. Because we're just knocking out of the money for the future. Todd Gurley, I think we're going to have to let him walk. 27-year-old running back. I think he can get up to a 90 overall, but if we're going to have any money for the next couple of years, I just can't do it. Takk McKinley wants more money. This is a cheap deal for an edge rusher. It really is. I feel like we are forced to make that decision. I know he's been underwhelming in real life. Even though this is a realistic approach, I have to, assess what it is in Madden. He's an 80 overall, 25 years old. Kind of have to. KZ can walk. I don't really want anyone back other than that. I mean, I would give Todd Gurley a 2-year deal at the absolute most. And I would have to bring the money up, but yeah, he's going to go to free agency. Running back, franchise tag's about over 10, 10 and a half. Yeah. I just can't do it. Can't do it. So I know there are good free agent running backs available. It didn't make sense to bring back Todd Gurley given everything. And we only have just under $8 million total in free agency. I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster would be a great third receiver to add. Julio's regressing. Desmond King would be a big addition. We'd play him at corner, obviously. I know he's listed at strong safety, but he's a nickel corner. Marcus Williams would be a big upgrade. Sheldon Rankins would be nice to have, but I like Marlon Davidson. Tyler Davison, we're going to get rid of. I don't know if we can really afford to bring anybody in. We're just in a tough spot. So Todd Gurley rejected. I gave him, I think I offered like 1.5 mil per year. We can't afford anything, and I'm not picking up the 5th-year option on Hayden Hurst. We're going to be paying him like a first-round pick because he was one, and I just don't value that at tight end right now. So Hayden Hurst, not picking up your 5th year. Of course, the Ravens spent a first-rounder on him, but I will on Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley, again, is one of the best receivers in the league. Top 32 or so. He's probably top 20, top 25. It's very tough because there are so many great receivers. It is very difficult to rank them, and I think I'll be doing that in a future video on this channel, so subscribe so you don't miss that, so you can hate on it. It's too tough to rank all the top receivers because 10 isn't much different from 23 in the league. The guys are just so good. As the Jets hold the #1 overall pick, not going to move up. We pick at number 6 overall. We'll read the board for what it is. Gregory Rousseau is the first pick. Penei Sewell at number 2. Panthers go Jamar Chase as quarterbacks are still on the board. Surtain to the Broncos, and the Dolphins take Dylan Moses. Here we are at number 6 in the draft. Trevor Lawrence is still available. You're making this so tough for me. Because if Trevor Lawrence is here at 6, I think the Falcons would strongly consider taking him. Just based on Matt Ryan being into his deep 30s now. 35 years old. Not getting any younger. But I just don't think that I can. I think we have to go defense here. And it's corner. Or it's linebacker. I mean, the best player available for this defense right now is, I think, without question, Micah Parsons. We get a versatile outside linebacker. He fits in a 3-4 or a 4-3. I think he can play strong side linebacker in a 4-3 very easily. 3-4 outside linebacker, it wouldn't be crazy either. I think he's at his best as a situational pass rusher that can play off the ball because of his amazing athleticism. He's a versatile player. It's tough to find a real role. He is my number, I don't even know where I have him ranked overall in this class. Number 5, took him at number 6. Star, better development. I mean, he's a beast of a player, man. That's really all I can say about him. Tremendous talent. Fills gaps super well. Sideline to sideline range. I think he works as a pass rusher or someone that can move, operate in space off the ball. Really, really good player. Top 5 in the draft makes a lot of sense to me. And Micah Parsons is our pick at number 6. Stud. Got to upgrade linebacker. That's exactly what we did with that pick, as we will simulate to the 2nd round. Jaylen Waddle's available in the 2nd round. What do you want me to do here? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Jaylen Waddle is my favorite player in college football. I've mentioned that a lot, but, a lot of new guys coming in, videos in and out. I should rank him even higher in the class. I think I'm going to do that in the future. And now we have the core trio of Alabama receivers, Jaylen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, and Julio Jones. What an Alabama receiving core. A lot of speed, a lot of athleticism all over the place. And I think above all, these guys can catch the football. Jaylen Waddle has great hands as well. This is off to a hot start. 3rd round. Could go with an edge rusher. Could do that. I actually like Hamilcar Rashed. He just needs to improve. He plays at Oregon State, so it's not exactly top-tier competition. I think he is playing when the Pac-12 returns. Could go corner. Some good ones available. Tyreek Johnson, I think, comes to mind. Where do we want to go here? Victor Mccoy is quite good as well. Where do we want to go with this pick? Darius Washington is someone I think we could play at nickel corner. We don't exactly have a free safety, though. He's a little bit small, but I like Darius Washington. We're going to go with him at a TCU. I think size is his biggest concern. But 69 overall, that doesn't look like him at all. Why is he Asian? That's definitely not what I made him look like when I made this class. There's no way. Nothing wrong with being Asian, of course, but he looks more like Younghoe Koo than Darius Washington. That's a problem. Got to fix that. I'll make a note. I mean, he looks like that in the picture, like you see like at the previous pick. That's kind of what he looks like. But that's not what I drafted, as Kyle Trask goes in the 4th round to the Houston Texans. Joe Tryon. Do we want to go with an edge rusher finally? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Joe Tryon out of Washington on the team. 67 overall. Star or better development as well. You're going to find that a lot in this class. I think it's a lot of fun with better developing guys. But Joe Tryon is my pick here in the 4th. Very strong class for us so far as we'll head into the 5th. I mean, now we're going to need a center. I actually think this makes a lot of sense. In the 5th, Tyler Linderbaum. Welcome to the team. 67 overall. Definitely not too bad. A little bit of a reach, but this is a strong class. So he can probably come in and start right away. And maybe we'll go with like a safety here. Or a corner. I mean, J.C. Horn isn't too bad. I guess we'll take J.C. Horn. 65 overall. There'll be good depth at CB. And that is the end of our draft. Really, really strong class. High hopes for next season. Oh, Matt Ryan's down to an 81 overall. That's super bad. He regressed pretty heavily. Now I have to replace Matt Ryan. And soon, because his contract is so bad. We are paying an 81 overall quarterback, $40 million this year? Not ideal. Not ideal. 3 years left. Not good. I don't think he's going to regress that big in real life, but holy hell. We are in a really awful spot. Matt Hennessy, that's a center. I mean, we could play him at left guard, I guess. He played center at Temple. But okay, I guess he's going to play left guard. Offensive line needs upgrading. I still don't mind our picks. I think we picked the right players. We just needed to make a lot of upgrades at different positions. And Deion Jones only had star dev. Shocking. He also only has 69 block shedding. Not so nice. But Foyesade Olokun up to star development. Any other changes? Micah Parsons is going to be playing... Hold on. What do I want my scheme to be? I think probably 4-3. Yeah, I just got to move Davison. And... guess that's it. So this is going to be the team. It's much worse. I mean, we don't have Alex Mack anymore. Matt Ryan's down to an 81. And then defensively, a lot of rookies all over the place. I don't know why Olukun's on that side. I do want to change that. And I could move Joe Tryon to the defensive line if I wanted to, which I will because he's a defensive end in a 4-3. So I am going to move him down. But, I mean, you guys have gotten the gist of it. You see the team. Still a lot of upgrades and a lot of tough decisions to be made, man. That is the theme of the rebuild so far, is we have so many annoying decisions, and I want to take a realistic approach. I am not sure what to do with Matt Ryan with 3 years left on his contract at an 81 overall. He will be down into the 70s, probably around a 75 after this year. What do I do with a 75 overall quarterback who's 37, making 40 mil? He's going to get cut. I don't want to have to do that, but for the sake of the franchise, have to make that decision. Have to. 4-4 at the midseason mark. I did not change the defensive playbook. Kind of forgot about that. That will be a change I make in season number 3, I can assure you. As I'm going to get this... Let's do O-line training boost. We'll come back for D-line next time. Only 4-4. Hayden Hurst is a free agent. I'm going to let him walk. We got to make some tough decisions. Ricardo Allen, he was someone I wanted to trade. I do want Foyesade Olokun back, but probably nobody else. Even Isaiah Oliver, I'm like, kind of what's the point? Olokun for sure, but that's probably about it. All right. Olokun is back. Big one, but yeah, I don't think we're going to make the playoffs this time. I hate to be, so honest with you guys, but I'm not really even trying to make the playoffs right now. Just trying to improve the team, and a higher pick usually helps out. Also, a quick little advertisement for my second channel, and I guess my Twitch, which is linked below. I've been pulling a lot of sports cards on there recently, doing a lot of pack openings, and I pulled this bad boy, and oh my goodness, Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, dual patch auto. Holy cow. So if you are into sports cards, football cards, baseball cards, check out my second channel. The link is in the description. And I stream every night on Twitch. Been playing a lot of Among Us lately and also opening cards on there. So check that out, twitch.tv/Bengal. Link is in the description. Would very much appreciate you doing so if you are into that sort of thing. But yeah, this was not a playoff team. Finished at 8-8. It is improvement, but not by a whole lot. The offense took a step back overall, but Matt Ryan's numbers were still quite good, and the defense was still brutally bad. We need a better running back. We were a one-trick pony. Ito Smith was terrible. Receiving, Julio was great. Hayden Hurst was very, very good. Russell Gage, I don't know why you're playing so much. Oh my God. Stupid. When I reordered the depth chart, I forgot to switch Russell Gage and Jaylen Waddle again. So Russell Gage was our slot receiver. I'm so pissed about that. Olakun had a great year. Worthy of that extension. Not a lot of pressure from our edge rushers or our defensive line in general. A few picks to go around. But, oh my goodness, I'm so frustrated. I had Russell Gage instead of Jalen Waddle in that spot as Cam Newton wins MVP. Matt Ryan at second. I have to cut him. I'm sorry. I have to. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Matt Ryan. How am I going to cut him after this year? Watch me. Dude, what do you want me to do? He's killing the team. Any Falcons? Olakun at 8th for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Justin Fields. Jalen Waddle at 4. He would have won it if I started him in the slot. Unbelievable. Chad Surratt wins Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Rams. Ardarius Washington at 6. I'm so frustrated. I missed an easy opportunity to get Jalen Waddle a lot of XP. I'm so mad about that. Ricardo Allen's got to go. Hayden Hurst, he had a good year. He's 29. He's got to go. And this Falcons playbook seems to be very tight end dependent. So that might be a focus of mine in free agency. Again, I don't think we're going to have a lot of money. $4 million, dude. I have to cut Matt Ryan. I mean, we can't afford anyone. And Devontae Adams, he's not really a huge team need, even though Julio's regressing. Julio's down to, a 92? Jair would be a huge upgrade. I'm going to offer on him, but I'm not even sure we can afford, the absolute minimum. 32 points. That's pretty much what I can do. We have no money. I have to cut Matt Ryan. It sucks, but I don't really have a choice. Look how they massacred my boy. He's Superstar X Factor now. He's a 77 overall with morale. He's a 76. It's the end of an era. It's a huge penalty. I have to do it for the future. I know it's, realistic rebuild. Cutting Matt Ryan. I don't have a choice. I'm sorry. Jalen Waddle, Superstar X Factor. Did he get that or does he have that? Nah, he had that, I guess. Yeah, I think he's a beast. I don't really know what to tell you other than that. And then defensively, Olakun up to Superstar. Deion Jones up to Superstar. Micah Parsons Superstar. Oh, we're looking crazy. We're looking crazy now. Things are going real well. But I mean, my position changes that I had, or my depth chart changes, did not go through when I reset the order to get Micah Parsons and Olakun switched. I'm upset about it. But we need upgrades at quarterback, running back, tight end, offensive line. Our defense is actually looking good. Corner could use a boost, but I'm sure Falcons fans are so pissed about this rebuild. I don't know what you want me to do, man. We're in such a tough spot for money that we kind of had to make the tough decisions to improve this team. And we're going to have to figure out something at QB, man. How much money do we have now? The cap penalty hurt, but if we can get Jair, that solves corner. So I'm focused on that for right now. Okay, big start. Mike Mcglinchey has signed with us in free agency, and the reason that's big is no one offered on him. So we were actually able to get him for pretty cheap, and that improves our offensive line quite a bit. Now, where does Caleb McGarry fit in all this? He might actually stick at right tackle. We'll move Mcglinchey over to left tackle. I don't think he was ever a left tackle at Notre Dame. I think he was the right tackle all along. He was in the same class as Quentin Nelson. I don't think they played next to each other. I think they were just on the same O-line. I could be misremembering, but I want to say that was the case. And then, of course, what happens with Jake Matthews? Well, Jake Matthews I know you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me for it. But I have to cut Jake Matthews. If you look at his contract, 2 years remaining, cap hits 20 mil plus. I just can't do it. Well, in the future. All right, boom. We got David Najoku as well. Kind of an interesting one, but Najoku's 26. I want to say this is a 4-year deal. It's really not that expensive for him. I didn't offer a ton. And he's an 81 overall, star development, which he definitely shouldn't have, by the way. Like, he has not developed that well at all. He's pretty much the same exact player that he was at Miami that he's been on the Browns. So, he's a good addition to this team, though. He's our Hayden Hurst replacement. He's better. He's younger. Same development trait. Chris Lindstrom we want to bring back as well. I think he's going to stay around, and we'll extend him. But I have one more offer in. It's a super, super cheap deal. Caleb McGarry I don't want, by the way. It's not time to cut Jake Matthews. I wish you could restructure in this game, but you can't. And I mean, I understand it, but it is frustrating. It is draft time. We need a quarterback. We need running back. We need still offensive line. We need corner. Oh, this receiver is going to be nuts. Going to be absolutely unbelievably insane. Trayvon Fant. Oh, dude, he's going to be nuts. I'm excited to see that overall. These quarterbacks look like they suck. Oh, they're so bad. This is the worst QB class I've ever seen. The best one is Bobby Pickett, I think. He's not terrible. Dustin Alexander is I don't know, Sam Ehlinger meets Johnny Football. That seems like this combo. Texas. Manziel wanted to go to Texas, but didn't. Bobby Pickett could be my guy. All right, number 13 here in the first. Corner just goes. And there's some good players available. I'm not taking the QB here. There's no way. If he's available in the second, I'd consider it. Really good running back here. I'm not going to take a running back at 13, no matter how good he is. We could go Trayvon Rabb and transition into a 3-4, which might be a good move. We are a versatile team that can do that. 3-4 outside linebackers would be Trayvon Rabb, Micah Parsons, Olakun, and Deion Jones on the inside. On the defensive line, we have right end, probably Tack McKinley. Defensive tackle, Grady Jarrett. Left end in the 3-4, perfect fit, Marlon Davidson. So with Marlon Davidson moving back outside to end, we could go crazy eyes, Trayvon Rabb here. They look less crazy when you click on him. He's pretty good, 23 years old, a little bit older. Do I want anyone below? Could go with a tackle, but I think we're kind of fine there. It depends on what we do with Jake Matthews. So based on the board, based on what we probably should take, I think the best move, even though I'm shocked by this, I think it's to take Trayvon Rabb. I don't love the move. I think Baskett's the best player here. That's the thing. Do we try to mold Bobby Pickett? This is such a weird pick here at 13. Maybe I'll trade down, like, to the... There's going to be no trade value. I have to take the pick. Do I want the quarterback, the running back, or the outside linebacker? We need Rabb the least. First round running back is always a little weird, even though he's quite good. And then we know it's going to be a reach on the QB, but he could be good. He could have a good development trait. He doesn't look terrible. We know he has a cannon. He's only 21. We need a QB. I know I'm spending a lot of deliberation with this pick. I mean, this is the future of our franchise. Mallett or Basket? Nope. Jeffrey Mallett was a Falcons QB I drafted in a rebuild years ago. He was a beast. Pickett or Basket? I talked myself out of Rabb, even though I think he's good. I'm going QB. Yes. Bobby Pickett. It is a reach, supposedly. He's a 72 overall. Star or better development is the huge thing. 92 throw power, 78 deep, 81 medium, 78 short. He's actually really good. 77 speed. He's extremely well-rounded. This was the right pick. Seeing the hidden development trait makes this the right pick. Because at the end of the year, He's going to be probably near an 80, and Matt Ryan would be near a 70, and we can check him out. This was the right decision. This was the right decision all the way. Now, if he had normal development, am I still talking like this? Probably not, but he doesn't. So, we're going to not act like he does, or not act like he doesn't. We know he has it, so that's good. Being a little bit rambly here. Storm Westbrook, it's a cool name. He's not that good. Could go linebacker here, and we still could transition with 3-4, and Tack McKinley would be on the outside now. And with Tyler Davison, we could work that. They're late first-round guys. I think maybe we even go... the running backs I wanted are off the board, which is kind of tough. Who do I think looks better? Avery ran 4.53. Niles Thomas ran 4.55. Roughly the same. He's going to be a little bit more agile. I think the better player is probably just barely James Avery. He's a year older. They're so similar. They're going to be like back-to-back in the draft class. This is basically the same player. What do I want? Do I want younger? I'm probably just going to take Niles Thomas because he's a bit younger. 72 overall, normal development. They gave him 90. He's got 88 speed, 65 zone. He's really not too bad. Just, you wonder if we made the right decision based on development trait. We'll see. We'll see. I'll check after the draft. All right, this pick here is going to be a running back. Benjamin Ryans out of Texas. Looks really good, actually. We know he's strong. We know he's fast. Good top skills out of Texas. Gotta love it. Hook 'em horns. 70 overall, normal dev. He's not amazing. He looks pretty good, though. Like, he really does. You're kind of shocked to see a lower overall when all of his attributes are, like, near 80. Except for his secondary attributes, which are not too good. He has 65 pass block at a running back. That's so interesting. We'll go back-to-back running backs here. Alani Chamberlain. Ooh, nice. 69 overall. Out of Northern Iowa, this is David Johnson. What a beast. All right, I meant to check draft recap, but I totally forgot. So now I got to go find this player. The linebacker. James Avery. Here he is. Normal dev. They're the same player. He's slightly faster. He maybe seems a bit better, but am I really that upset? We got Niles Thomas instead, who's a year younger. Also good. Maybe he is better. I'm not sure. It's very close. The receiver is a 76 overall. I actually thought he was going to be a little bit higher. Does have hidden development. We'll check out what it is. Superstar. Yep. Pretty good player, but we were never going to draft him, obviously. Now, the player I do want to look at is Basket. I knew Basket was going to be very good. He's a 75 overall. Not incredible. Only normal dev. I'm so happy I didn't take him. Oh, actually, I do want to check out the outside linebacker as well. I think he was a right outside linebacker. Although I'm not 100% on that. We'll find out here in a moment. And, what's his name? He must have been a left outside linebacker. There he is. Trayvon Rabb. He's a 76 overall. Also has star or better development. I'm still comfortable with the QB because it's a quarterback. It's a lot more important than a random outside linebacker. But he is a monster. Superstar dev. I'm not going to check my QB's development trait. I like to be surprised. I think you guys probably do as well. It's fun that way. But, yeah, as long as I didn't go with the running back, I think we were fine. We, basically couldn't miss. But Pickett is going to be my starting QB. Wish I had a better, running back, but we don't. And then Jake Matthews can start at right tackle now. I'm fucking flipping them for no reason and throwing out a curse word for no reason. Oh, no. I swore. Oh, no. Imagine. No, I try not to as much anymore. Just because it's like, I guess not totally inclusive. I know some younger guys watch. It's not the best thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're gonna change our playbook. I think Indianapolis will be a good fit for us here. I do like Cleveland a lot though. But let's try the Colts. All right. I got to be honest, Pickett doesn't really have, any excuse not to be great with this receiving core we have of Julio, Jaylen Waddle, and Calvin Ridley, the Alabama trio, and David Najoku at tight end. We should be pretty good. I trust him. I'm probably going to hold on to my Coach XP for another week or two at the end of the preseason maybe. We'll get some more so I can buy QB training boost to him up even higher. So I will start at the end of the preseason week 1, and I will see you guys at the midseason mark. Hopefully we'll have some XP to upgrade our coach, and we don't. Sick. Lost week 1 to the Panthers. What's the problem? I know, it's only one game. Offensively, not great. Defensively, not great. Maybe I'll change the playbook again. I might just go Cleveland. I tried and true. I like it. Lost to the Lions. We're 1-2, man. I like the Lions' defensive playbook quite a bit. Our offense is improving, although not a ton of touchdowns for Bobby Pickett. We still suck defensively. Yeah, I'm changing from Indianapolis. Don't like it. 2-6 at the midseason mark. Not good. Kind of confused as to how we're in this spot. 13th best offense, about middle of the pack. Is it our defense that's really holding us back? Why are we so bad? I'm confused more than anything. I don't know what's going on. So Pickett only had star development. I say only, not that bad. Defensively, don't really. Actually, we won't see development trait upgrades until the offseason. But we just see it now. Okay, so I felt like the season's over because it kind of feels like it is at 2-6. 2-6 is just such a brutal start. Before we freak out, we'll see the second half of the season. Maybe we'll be better. Grady Jarrett needs to come back. He's going to be super expensive, but he's a very good player and a big part of this future. But we got to turn down this money a bit because this is huge money. I just don't know that I can pay him that much. I don't know that we can pay Grady Jarrett as much as he wants. Calvin Ridley wants a huge contract as well. He deserves one, but I don't want to pay these guys so much. Dante Fowler Jr., probably time to let him go. He's not bad. And he's probably worth this contract. He's just not developing at this point, and that's a problem. Kendall Sheffield, for the right price, I want back. Yeah, he's not too bad. If I can take this money even more, I'd be happy. It's more salary. Tyler Davison we're letting walk. Caleb McGarry. I don't love him. I don't know, man. I mean, this team is just in such a weird spot still. We're going to reevaluate at the end of the year, see who needs to stay, see who needs to go. And again, I keep saying it, we're going to make some tough decisions. Yeah, not a playoff team. 6-10. The entire NFC South is really bad right now. We had the 25th best offense. Rookie quarterback, there are growing pains expected. That's okay. 20th defense. Interesting. Bobby Pickett was, not great and not bad. This was a very good rookie year, so we'll take that. Rushing, we need a running back to take the edge off, man. We need a good running back. Julio was good. Not a lot of touchdowns. They went to Jaylen Waddle. Calvin Ridley had a lot of targets. He's getting a lot of targets from the receiver 2 spot. Didn't average a ton per catch. David Najoku was good. Defensively, Deion Jones had a crazy good year. He was a beast. Dante Fowler Jr. just not putting a ton of pressure on the QB. But the rest of our team is. So as a team, we were pretty good with getting pressure. Not a ton of turnovers. I mean, that's not a crazy low amount of interceptions, but it's not, anything crazy high either. I would like to be a better team overall. I mean, the defense and the offense just isn't quite there yet. Russell Wilson wins MVP. Falcons in there, not exactly a shock. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Russell Wilson. Bobby Pickett at 9. Defensive Player of the Year, Devin White. Deion Jones at 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year is not Bobby Pickett. It's Dustin Alexander. Benjamin Ryans at 4. Alani Chamberlain at 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Bobby Bailey. No Falcons. We're close. I can feel it. We're close to being a really good team. We're just not quite there yet. Okay. So Grady Jarrett is sticking around at 92. You got to remember that these guys are going to start to regress here. But Grady Jarrett is someone I want back. He wants more money. But 4 years is so much for a 30-year-old. But he's quite good. He's going to test free agency. Now, the good news for us is that the defensive tackle... Whoa. Since when is the defensive tackle franchise tag 24 mil? Did Aaron Donald absolutely explode that or what? We'll try to get him back in free agency. Oh, my Lord. Calvin Ridley wanted, what, higher salary? I think we can do that. Big deal. He wants to test free agency as well. 21 mil to franchise tag. Oh, my goodness, dude. We are falling apart. Dante Fowler Jr. also going to test out free agency. What are you looking for contract-wise? Did they just not want to return to Atlanta? Everyone said no. I offered them money. They don't want it. Guess they want to be on a competitor, which we haven't been. We have a lot more money now. We can bring some of these guys back. Should I just cut Jake Matthews at this point? What is his overall? He's still at an 80. He's getting paid so much. We could definitely cut him, but we don't need the money right now. So I'm probably going to hold on to him for just a little while longer. We need Grady Jarrett back big time. Michael Walker's fine. Our middle linebackers are great. I might move back to a 4-3. I know I keep moving around, but our defense is not working. So I need to figure something out. We need corner really badly. We're going to have to do a lot in free agency. Thankfully, we finally have the money to bring in more talent. Okay, a lot of guys going after Grady Jarrett. As expected, we need to start handing out deals. Calvin Ridley, thankfully, no one is going after him. So we might be able to get him for fairly cheap. Probably even less than what we offered him. All right, offered a lot of contracts, and we seem to have a lot accepted. Oh my goodness, this might be my biggest free agent class ever. I know it's interesting. It's a realistic rebuild. You maybe wouldn't see a class quite this big. I mean, okay, you'd see a number of these players signed, like this number. But maybe not so many who are so good. But we took all the money that we had, or not all the money, but we took the total amount of money that we had and invested it back into the team, and it's paying off huge. As you guys will get a kick out of this, Kareem Hunt signed him for almost nothing, and he comes in. So that's awesome. Kareem Hunt's our new starting running back. Eric McCoy gonna play center for this team. Huge upgrade on the offensive line. The offensive line's starting to look really, really good now. Calvin Ridley's back. Defensively, brought back Grady Jarrett. Brought in Byron Murphy. There are still some weak points on this team. I think you look at, a true edge rusher. Takk McKinley could move to left outside linebacker. We need a defensive end. Either a 3-4 or a 4-3 defensive end. We need D-line, so focus on that. One can play outside linebacker, great too. Corner, so it's outside linebacker / we'll just call it an edge rusher, even though it doesn't have to be. It could be like 3-4 DN like Marlon Davidson. So we'll just call it edge, corner, and then offensively, I think we're kind of fine. Just like edge and corner are our biggest needs right now, and I would not be afraid to trade up. We're going to offer a fairly cheap contract to Damon Harrison. He'd be good depth, so we'll look to bring him in. And then, I'm excited for the draft. If, there are great players in here that can help us out, that'd be awesome. And Damon Harrison actually accepts. It's a one-year deal. Pretty much no, real commitment there. Is A.J. Terrell. We'll pick up his fifth-year option. He'd be a good third cornerback for us. We need an upgrade. All right, picking at number 5 in the draft. Time to take the final step with his team. Looks to be some great players available. Roman Leach looks to be a great QB, but Zach Malone out of Texas A&M, this might be a player worth trading up for. As much as I think that Zach Malone is a very, very good player, I'm not sure it's worth trading up to get him when there are players, and a player in particular, James Ball, who's available here at number 17. And if he's going to be available at 5. He could play 3-4 defensive end. Takk McKinley could kick out. Or there is another pass rusher who I don't even know where he is. James Ball. No, not James Ball. Richard Lucas. Second round guy. Stud. He's a bit older, but he's very, very good. So I think be really nice. James Ball at 5, or trade down from 5, and then get 2 mid round first, or 2 middle of the first round picks, and take both Richard Lucas and James Ball. That could be the move. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible to trade this pick for anything that I might want. So we're just going to have to end up trading up if that's the route I decide to go. Roman Leach, again, looks so good, but we have our quarterback of the future. And I'm not going to take a center at this spot. I think James Ball is going to be the pick for me. Kerry Glover also looks quite good. Ran 4.32 with some really good top skills. I feel like just James Ball would be better if we were to kick Tack McKinley out. But if we keep Tack McKinley down and we take the other edge rusher, we don't even need James Ball. Okay, I've made a decision. We're going Kerry Glover. I've talked myself out of it. And I think it might have been the right move. Number 7, took him at number 5. Star or better development. He's only 5'9", but 94 speed, 71 man, 77 zone. Press is okay as well. Block shed super low. I mean, it's a corner, so it's not exactly super surprising. He is our second best corner on the team already. And now we have to think about trading up. So Richard Lucas is 33 picks away. But it's never like that. I'm comfortable waiting until like 15 or 20 at the absolute latest, probably 20. He's just a player I don't want to miss. James Ball, he's a 77, so higher overall than the corner I wanted, or the corner I took. I'm worried about Richard Lucas getting taken. He's a top left end available. I know he's not supposed to go for a while. Is Cameron Flynn someone I would want? He's okay. I don't want to let it go too many more picks. There's a 77 overall receiver to the Browns. Oh, man. Okay, big trade. Trading 15 projected next year, so a first rounder next year, a third this year, and a third next year to get up to 17. I did not trust the Colts in this spot. Their number one need was left end. This is the perfect spot to take Richard Lucas. I could not pass him up. He's unreal. Amazing top skills and combine. Had to take him. 75 overall, normal development. He's number 9 in the class. I think it was the right move. We had to gamble on him. Good player. Not quite as amazing as I thought. I thought maybe 77 overall, something in that range. Thought maybe a little bit better of a development trait than the lowest one possible. But he is good. Just not amazing. Good value, obviously, but not amazing. Okay, second round. Still some really good quarterbacks available. Again, no reason to take one. Although Ron Callaway looks to be pretty good. But this is an easy spot for Charles Fredrickson, I think. Play him at guard. Will Carney looks to be quite good as well. But I think this is a spot for a center. Yeah, Charles Fredrickson's my pick here. And he's a pretty good one. 76 overall, number 6 in the class. Took him at 37. We'll find a spot for him. I know we have Eric McCoy, who does have guard experience. I think he was moved to the center in the NFL. Because I remember at A&M, I want to say he was a guard, mostly, if not all the way. It is tough to remember since I've done individual scouting reports on some of these players. It's been a few years. But generally, more often than not, I can remember these things. As we'll move to the 4th round, yeah, whenever you're ready, game. And then in the 4th, we're going to take a defensive tackle, Trent Dickens, 73 overall, ranked number 25. Took him at 101. He looks a lot heavier than 305, but he is only 6'2". Really strong, good block shed. Speed isn't there. Power moves is pretty good. Nice hit power. And I can say only 6'2" because I'm 6'3", so that's small to me. No, he's got a little weight on me, that's for sure. But yeah, he just looks a little fat. I'm not going to lie to you. This will be the team for season. I think this is 4 now, but it's a team that's actually extremely competitive now with very few flaws, if any. Fredrickson moved over to left guard where he is at +1 overall, and we've transitioned back into a 4-3. Olakun goes up to an 82. Micah Parsons stays where he is. Move Marlon Davidson back to the inside. I think I'm going to play him over Damon Harrison just because of age. Harrison will come in goal line. Lucas starting at left end with Tack McKinley at right end. I'm going to start Glover over A.J. Terrell, although he's going to be our nickel corner, even though he is our second CB. He's also going to be our third. Basically, in nickel formation. He'll play in the slot. Lucas at left end, Grady Jarrett, and Marlon Davidson up the middle. Takk McKinley off the edge. Deion Jones and Fuyusade Olakun are our sub linebackers. I don't really want Micah Parsons to be a rush end. I just don't. Okay, tell me we're doing well. 2-5. I don't get it. I do not get it. Why do we keep losing? What's our offense? We only scored like freaking 12 points right there. 27th offense, 17th defense. It's unreal, dude. Julio, Deion Jones, Jake Matthews, Chris Lindstrom, all free agents. Josh Rosen's even on the team. We brought back Young Wei Koo to be our kicker. These are just not guys I want to worry about right now. Deion Jones, sure. Julio is going to be on the verge of retiring. We have a lot of money. Deion Jones is really my only priority. We'll probably do another year after this. I'm, a little bit disheveled that we have not built a playoff team. I thought for sure that this was going to be, as Julio's back for a couple years. But, not close. Clearly, 2-5. It is tough. Madden Sim can be a real bear sometimes, and it has been. It did not make the playoffs again. 7-9. This is the Falcons rebuild, dude. This is more realistic than anything I could have been ready for. Better defense, but now the offense is really, really slacking. His quarterback thing, he's just not throwing for a lot of touchdowns. Kareem Hunt was very good. Maybe need to run the ball a little bit more often. Receiving, Najoku was our best receiver. Second most catches, most yards, most touchdowns. Waddle had a lot of yards. Calvin Ridley is not doing anything after the catch. Julio is our third receiver now, basically. Interesting. Defensively, Deion Jones, very good year. 11 tackles for loss, but it would be 12 from Takk McKinley, Richard Lucas, and Marlon Davidson, which led the team. Sacks, 11.5 for Takk, 8 for Richard Lucas and Grady Jarrett, 5 for Marlon Davidson. Not a ton of picks, but the rookie Kerry Glover had the team lead, at least tied for it with 2. Dustin Alexander, MVP of the 12-4 Saints. He's a 77 overall. Okay. Whenever I use Saints playbook, it's just not OP. But it's always overpowered, against me. Brutal. I'm not seeing any Falcons in here because there aren't any. Defensive player of the year, James Avery. Was this a middle linebacker in the draft? Cool. Deion Jones at 9. Offensive rookie of the year, Shaq Hamlin. Martin Webb at 9. Defensive rookie of the year is Kerry Glover. Richard Lucas at 2. So we knew we had to draft defensive rookies, but this team is just still behind the times. The offense is the worst part of it now. I don't get it. Saints-Browns Super Bowl. Is Saints playbook the move? Jake Matthews can walk, dude. Marlon Davidson I want back. Would like for him to be a bit better, but he's cheap and he's good. I want to keep Marlon Davidson around. So he is back. And then the rest, I'm not really too stressed about. Sterling Hoffrichter, maybe we'll bring back. He's not even that expensive. So Hoffrichter, going to test free agency. What is the franchise tag for a punter? Almost $4 million. It's not even that bad. But yeah, we're not going to do that on a punter. We'll do one more season. I'm shocked we've not made the playoffs yet. It's just about finding the right playbook. We have a lot of money, so we will bring in some difference makers now. And there aren't really even a lot. Isaiah Simmons, feel like we sign him pretty frequently. There aren't even really guys to bring in. Okay, so I'm actually back. It's been a while. For you guys, maybe only mere seconds. For me, it's been hours. Just got finished playing Among Us on Twitch. I've had a little bit to drink. I don't want to flex on you guys. But yeah, I had a twisted tea. I'm pretty fucked up right now after one of them, obviously. No, but we are back on Falcons franchise. If you guys want to see me stream on Twitch, we have a lot of fun over there. Among Us has been a blast. I'm going to upload it to my second channel. Link is in the description. Twitch.tv/Bengal is my Twitch, but youtube.com/BengalPlays. And we are here at the start of free agency. I need a quick refresher. Is there anyone we left behind? Isaiah Simmons is here, has superstar development. No, I think I looked at these free agents. I just need to, I don't know, quickly look at the team again and think about what we might need. I know our offense is quite good. I'm completely content with our offensive line besides tackle. So we need one tackle. Julio Jones has retired. That is a massive loss. So we could use a good third receiver. And then defensively, Foyesade Olakun has moved up to Superstar X Factor. Glover has Superstar. I don't know if he got drafted with that, but it appears as if he did. So Kerry Glover has Superstar Development. What a draft pick. What a draft pick. So we definitely made the right move with that. He's got 86 man. Lucas got upgraded to Star Development. Our defense is good. I think our cornerbacks are fine, even better than that. Defensive line, certainly fine. Linebacking crew is excellent. I think our safety duo is great. It's just we need a tackle and a third receiver. Maybe even a backup running back. So we'll see if we can't satisfy that in free agency. We have a lot of money. Aaron Rodgers is in here. He's 40, and no one wants him. We could use a backup quarterback, but it's not something I'm going to focus on in free agency. I offered some big contracts. Hopefully they sign with us. And it seems like they all did. So we had Jake Matthews, back to play right tackle. Adam Troutman, backup tight end. We have J.K. Dobbins, and we have J.K. Dobbins at receiver. I mean, they have the same like hair and facial hairstyle. But J.K. Dobbins, good backup running back. Of course, had to go after my guy, Devin Duvernay, hook 'em horns. Love Devin Duvernay. He was so awesome at Texas his final year. And he is our great third receiver. So receiving core is fine. We're great at running back. Our offensive line is certainly great. Good tight end duo. And then defensively, it's tough to find a real hole on this defense. We're just good in so many different areas. I don't really even know what we're going to draft. It's probably best player available. Corner, maybe, but I think we're fine there. I don't really know a position. I mean, we're pretty much fine everywhere. So I don't know how this draft is going to go at all. It should be an interesting one. We do not have a first-round pick, but depending on how the draft board looks, I might end up moving up. We need to make the playoffs. That's the biggest thing. Is Ryan Vaughn an early first-round guy? He's not. We're not moving up for a QB. We certainly are not moving up for a running back. We have two great ones on the team, even though Barry Rucker looks pretty good. I don't particularly want any of these receivers, even though Geo Stockton looks pretty good. Don't need a tight end. Our offensive line's good. I really don't know what we're going to do here. There's just not any particular reason to move up, which is nice. Our team's very good. We don't really need too much. So not having a first-round pick is not really, too bad at all. We're not in the building phase necessarily. We're in the developing phase. We already have really good players. It's just about getting a little bit better, if possible. We'll take Jared Christensen's here. Christensen, 6'5", 277, only 21 years old. Good top skills. I think he's a versatile guy that could play inside or outside. 75 overall, top 10 pick in the draft. Number 10, took him at 45. 85 power moves, 84 speed, 80 strength. A really, really good player. Nice awareness. Not a bad player, Jared Christensen is. We don't pick again until the 4th. See what type of value is there. And in round 4, we're going to take Chuck Green. Another defensive end. Seems to be pretty good. 71 overall, number 30. Took him at 109. 79 speed, 78 power moves, 84 strength, 83 acceleration. Seems to be decent, good depth on the defensive line. We'll have the CPU take care of the rest. This will be the team for what I think will be the final season. I have no reason to believe that we're going to underperform other than my experience with Madden 21 as a whole and Madden really simulation in general. Our team is quite good. I don't know why we're going to be bad, but we probably will be. Defense looks great. Offense looks great. We're an 88 overall. I think both 88 overall offense and defense. Oh, 89 offense now. We do need a kicker and a punter. I'll sign them, get that squared away, and then we will simulate to the midseason mark. Not really expecting big things, and we can get some pretty good kickers and punters in free agency. Like, they're not that good or bad. Blake Gillikin will be our punter. I usually sign kickers and punters to long-term deals, but they just got away from me in this one, I suppose. But, yeah, man. I'm not really sure why this team has been underperforming so badly. Again, it seems like the Falcons in real life. But my playbooks are, I think, Cleveland almost. Tennessee, Cleveland. Tennessee's let me down here. No Julio Jones anymore. Do I want to change my offensive playbook? ATL was so good at the start. Maybe I'll change back. Our offense was great. We just need our defense to perform. And Cleveland is usually pretty good for me. It depends. Let me know down in the comment section below who you think the best playbooks are in this game, because it almost seems like playbooks matter than actual team. it is what it is. I just want to make sure all my ducks are in a row, and then we'll simulate to the midseason mark. So I'll see you guys there. Midseason mark. We are 5-2. Okay, should be on pace to make the playoffs. Top of the NFC South. Next best team has 3 wins, and they're negative below 500. That is awesome. I'm not really going to worry about re-signing anybody. That looks like that's Jaylen Waddle, maybe. I'm just not really too concerned about it. Yeah, it is. Micah Parsons in there as well. We just don't need to re-sign anybody, man. This is the last season. We're going to live for the moment. I'm going to upgrade my coach, and I think that probably means wide receiver training boost. That'll work mostly on Devin Duvernay, but Jalen Waddle will get some extra XP as well. And I will simulate now to the playoffs. So we made the playoffs, 10-6, won the division by a lot, but sadly did not get a first-round bye. 8th best offense, quite good. 15th defense, so we were a little bit better than average in every area. Top 5 in points scored offensively, that's great. And then 4th in points allowed defensively. We're actually a really good team. Bobby Pickett had a crazy year, 4,200 yards, almost 41 touchdowns, 9 picks. Rushing, Kareem Hunt over 4 per carry, 1,000 yards, 5 TDs. J.K. Dobbins was a fine backup as well. Receiving, Jalen Waddle, and we had no 1,000-yard receivers. That's peculiar. He had 11 touchdowns, though, 8 for Calvin Ridley, 4 for David Najoku, 4 for Devin Duvernay. Kareem Hunt, J.K. Dobbins got quite involved. 7 touchdowns for Adam Troutman, the backup tight end. And then defensively, Deion Jones with a very good year. 6 tackles for loss, although 4 sacks. 13 sacks for Grady Jarrett, which led the way. 10.5 for Richard Lucas. 9 for Tack McKinley. 6 for Micah Parsons. 4 for Deion Jones. Interceptions, 3 for Kerry Glover, Byron Murphy Jr., and Keanu O'Neal. So our secondary was quite adept at taking the football away. Love to see that. And yearly awards. NFL MVP is 80 overall Aaron Rodgers. Bobby Pickett at number 2. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Bobby Pickett. Defensive Player of the Year is Dre Greenlaw of the 49ers. Deion Jones at 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Ryan Vaughn. Craig Carter at number 8. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Matt Peake. Jared Christensen at number 5. No other Falcons, but we are in the playoffs finally. I feel like we've built such a good team. We're in 90 overall now, 91 offense, 89 defense. Please do not let us lose in the first card to the other birds. No. 31-24, we win by a touchdown in the wild card. We'll upgrade the team. We'll also check out the team before we play the divisional round. I'll probably just simulate that against the Rams, but we will see some overall changes, although no development changes at all. But this is quite a good team, especially with morale. This is a team that should compete for the Super Bowl. Really, really strong team. Please do not disappoint me. Please, please, please. Beat the Rams, advance the conference championship, and we do. 28-21. We've won by a touchdown in back-to-back weeks. But now, the number 2 MVP vote getter has to go into Lambeau to face the MVP in Aaron Rodgers. We are a 90 overall to their 85. I'm going into Super Sim. Down 10-0 early. Can we get some points on the board, man? It doesn't look good because Green Bay is going to score again. They are up 17-0. Make it 20-0. We need to make a huge second-half comeback. We need some reverse Falcons luck so far, but we're down 27-10. 27-17, 3 minutes to go. Is there any chance of a comeback here? We are on offense. We just got to throw the ball up. We need points right now. What's the mobility of Pickett looking like? We saw X up the seam, and I just didn't throw it. Waddle, sideline, get out of bounds. I don't even know if he caught that. They're saying he didn't? That's odd. Can we throw that? Totally could not get it over the defense. There's a flag. I thought we had it over the top, but of course didn't even have close to the arm range. Although we're going to catch a break, as that is roughing the passer on Zadarius Smith, which actually stops the clock and gives us great field positioning. I just had to lob it up there. We need to score so many points so quickly. Can we get that outside there? Oh, nice! Caught by Calvin Ridley. Did he get out of bounds? He may have. Oh, we didn't. That was such a huge catch, though. I don't even think we got bailed on the interception. It's just like, who could have known that we didn't have the arm strength to make that throw? And that is a touch pass. Lob to Jaylen Waddle. Touchdown. the Alabama receiver, you can say that about so many different guys in this Atlanta Falcons team, catches the ball and keeps us in this game. I believe we're on all Madden, could be all pro. It is simulation. So we've done very, very well to make a comeback in this game. Only down by a field goal. Need a stop badly. 3rd and 7. Down by 3. We still have 2 timeouts to work with and the 2-minute warning. And they ran a screen. I totally didn't read that at all. Big hit, but it doesn't matter. I usually never miss the screen. I usually read that perfectly every time. I'm not going to blame it on anything. All right, but like, when do I miss that? Say what you want about me in Jaguars franchise where I play every game. You guys can check that out on the channel. But, I mean, I read every screen. This one just completely did not. Shoot the gap. Oh, nice play. Is that Micah Parsons? It is. Looking like him at Penn State. Now, a lot of time's going to take off the clock here. But we're going to get the football with about a minute to go. Maybe even slightly more depending on when J.K. Scott gets his punt off. And it is back deep. We got Oakman. Drafted rookie. Probably should have fair caught that. We have a minute and 6 seconds. No timeouts to go 89 yards. Well, that's if we want to win. Field goal ties the game, which we can play for, but we also have such unbelievable speed that if we went on the outside, we almost have to throw it up. Had R1 for a bit. I'm just going to throw it down. That's fine. Probably should get rid of the ball a little bit faster. And this is a blitz from the safety. This is a mistake. We have so much speed right now between Devin Duvernay, who's a track star, Jaylen Waddle, Calvin Ridley is going to take the safety deep, and David Najoku is going to block. Check this out. They called it timeout. What do you mean, timeout? It's a hold. Sick. It's coming back. Sideline. You got to catch that. Devin Duvernay. Feet in bounds to the 38. We're making up for the hold there. Got that back and more. No, do not review this. Just keep it. Just keep it. Thank you. Devin Duvernay's 7th catch. That one is, he's at 76 yards overall. That one went for what, 38? No, to the 38. Okay, play action. Just got to check down, though. Sick pass, dude. Do we have that? Najoku! Nice catch. Oh, my goodness. That was such a crazy grab. We're going to need to get up to the line ASAP. I think a screen is probably not a great call here, but they over-pursued, so we have it. 20 seconds. We have to spike the ball. We have to spike the ball. What do we do here with 8 seconds? We should take the field goal, right? I almost want to take one chance. One shot at the end zone. We have to get rid of the ball really, really quickly. And if we take a sack, we're going to lose. We just got to know that. Got rid of it. I mean, we saw pressure coming in. I'll take the field goal. We'll live to die another day. But a 50-yarder after I'm iced is against the wind? No way, dude. A 50-yarder, 10-mile-per-hour wind going the opposite way while iced? I mean, you got to be kidding me. Let's try it. Hope for the best. Kick is up, and it is wide left. Oh, my gosh. I don't even know if we had the leg anyway with the wind. Well, that sucks. Okay, so at least the consolation we can take is we would have been short anyway. We would have been short anyway. We had full power on the kick, shanked it a little bit to the left, but it would have been short. So, I guess there's that. I thought I had it lined up. It showed me the meter. It showed me the meter. I thought it was like down the middle. I guess maybe I screwed up the timing. Either way, we didn't have the leg. The wind was too much. Damn. Really tough game there. Packers deserve to win. We tried to make the comeback. In the end, it just was not enough. So good game for the Packers. I'll simulate to the Super Bowl. We can see the development trade upgrades and view the final team before we call it a day. Super Bowl week. Gutted to not be in it, but, you know, it is what it is. The wind was so killer at the end. But But this is the final team. You have to, consider what we have with morale. So we'll pretend Bobby Pickett's an 88, although he is at, actually an 86. No development trait upgrades from what I can see. Jaylen Waddle remains at Superstar X Factor. And then defensively, again, I don't really see any development trait upgrades here either. But just a really, really good team overall. It is what it is. Kind of sucks we did not make the Super Bowl, but made it, so close. NFC Conference Championship. That's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.
I hit it at the park, bend bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. I'ma turn taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.